What's up, VK family? We appreciate you for joining us on yet another early review on Vital's YouTube channel with Mr. Aish Productions behind the camera. As always, guys, we are ahead of the game, and today we'll be reviewing the... Well, listen, you already read the title of the video, so I know why you're here. You know why you're here. Let me spend a second to talk about you instead. Listen, guys, this is our fourth 4K, high-depth, amazing review in Vital Chinatown, Chicago's newest luxury streetwear boutique. And at this point, if you haven't followed us on Instagram yet, I'm quite disappointed in you, all right? Because you're missing out on a lot, such as, insert flyer right here, our end of the summer bash that is coming this weekend. Hopefully we get this video out before then so we can start getting some YouTube people pulling up in the store, more than we already have actually. But guys, make sure you follow us there. Just keep up with everything that we do outside of our review videos, outside of our vlogs, all right? Because trust me, there's lots of incentive to do that. But enough about that, guys. I know why you came. Let's dive into these early red cement 4s. Man, I love that new intro. Listen, guys, let's take a moment to pause and show some love to Mr. Aish Productions, our media guy, Vital's media guy, in the comments below, all right? He does a lot for us behind the scenes, and I would be wrong if I never brought that up, right? So take a moment to do that. But that being said, guys, let's take a look at these red cement. Hold on. Let's take a look at these red cement 4s. Starting off with the box like we always do, guys, you're gonna notice a very standard Jordan 4 box with all black speckles around it with flight across the box. This time, the Jumpman that replaces the eye is gonna be in a red to match the red cement. Makes sense? So unfortunately, not too special there in terms of the accessories. As a matter of fact, it doesn't come with any extra accessories outside of that box. But I don't think that's why people want this pair. I mean, there's no story, there's no history, there's no collaboration behind it. It's simply just an aesthetically pleasing sneaker. So let's start at the sock liner and work our way down. As you guys can see straight off the bat, we have a regular all black nylon sock liner. It feels quite similar to any other Jordan 4, so not much to speak about there. Diving right into the insole, similarly, we get an all-black insole, this time with a red Jumpman to match the other hits. Moving our way down to the rest of the uppers, you're gonna notice immediately that outside of some of the extra details, such as the wings and tabs, the majority of the uppers is gonna be in a very white tumbled leather. So there's not too much to talk about there outside of its quality. When I push my thumb down on the leather, the more crinkled tumbled leather gets, it lets me know how thick the leather is. And usually, the thicker the tumbled leather, the higher the quality. And when I push down on this one, I'm barely getting any wrinkles outside of the immediate area, which lets me know that this isn't too thick of a material. The leather is probably quite thin and a little bit more on the lower end. Now, is that the worst Jordan I've ever felt? Definitely not. But they definitely didn't put too much love into that quality. Just being honest. As we look at some of the other details on the uppers, you're gonna notice that Jordan Brand decided to keep this sneaker very clean, not having too much contrast. We can see that in the white laces that it comes with, and also the different mesh panels on its sides and its tongue. While we're there, you'll also notice that the rest of the tongue is in all white, only this time with the Flight Jumpman tag stitched in with a red Jumpman in black text. You're gonna notice right around that tongue, the eye stays also are a solid black, offering possibly the strongest contrast with the rest of the uppers. I think they were really selective with where they used that black, not using it in too many places on the sneaker. But I bet you they were even more selective on where they put the red. Outside of the red Jumpman on its uppers, we also see that red on the Jordan 4 wings and also the back heel tab, this time with the black Jumpman on it. On these specific red panels, you'll notice that they also have a black splatter, giving it that red cement name. All right, guys, let's make our way down to the midsole because honestly, your time is valuable. There's not too many details to talk about. We really just wanted to give you an up-close look. But that being said, guys, as we're going through these last few details, don't forget, your interaction is the most important. So drop your comments and let us know, yo, this is something I need right now. I don't care about the quality. It looks absolutely amazing and clean, which I tend to agree with. Put that in the comments right now. Or if you're like, yo, Vital said the quality was not A1. I didn't say it was trash, but it definitely wasn't A1. If that's something you really value, put that in the comments too. We love being able to see our community, whether you're more of an aesthetic person or whether you're more of a quality product material person, if that makes sense. Moving our way down to the midsole, that's where we're gonna see the largest panel of red on this sneaker, possibly the most noticeable thing when it comes to this pair of Jordan 4s. Wrapping around the entirety of its midsole, the first thing that's probably gonna pop out to your eyes or anybody else's eyes that's seeing them on your feet is going to be that large panel of red cement. Again, we're seeing those black splatter marks to really live into its cement name. Wrapping around its toe box and also sticking out a little bit onto its side, you're gonna notice that Jordan Brand decided to choose a black panel this time to contrast the red and the other whites on the sneaker. As we said when we were looking at the ice days, they were very selective with where they used black. Not too much of it, but just enough to make those red cement details pop. Let me know if you agree with that. Finally, we wrap up its midsole by looking at its clear air bubble, this time in all white. Okay guys, let's wrap up a review by finishing up the outsole. This time in a very regular conventional Jordan 4. Not too much different here, and we get a red Jumpman. Only I will point out that the outsole puts some hits of gray on it, right? We do see the white and the black throughout the rest of the uppers, which makes sense, but I think at the very bottom, they wanted to add just one final thing to contrast it. And from the sides, it definitely offers just a different flavor without throwing off the sneaker too much. So I think they did that strategically, but again, guys, if you think they should have kept that white or black and not randomly have thrown in the gray, let us know. Let's see what you think. All right, VK family, so that is it on our early review of the upcoming red cement 4s that are set to release on September 9th. I'm actually not sure if I said that in the intro, but yeah, they release in September 9th, all right, guys? So we are a few weeks ahead of the game, depending on when we post these. And if you noticed, this was probably one of our quickest reviews, at least that we've done recently. I know when I first started on the YouTube channel, maybe the videos were only like 3-4 minutes, but this one was super quick to go over because, as you guys might have noticed, it's just very clean, right? They decide to do mostly white or black and just throw in a few red cement hits. And I think with the place where the sneaker community is, this is a really good time to drop something like this. In the past year, we've gotten a lot of different flavors, a lot of really loud colors. When I think about it, I'm looking at the red Spider-Man 1s, for example. Those are just extravagant, different color blockings, different things all over the place, right? I'm trying to think what else. You get it. A lot of things that have released have not been this clean looking, so I think the Jordan community is going to appreciate this, especially because it's on a Jordan 4, which is probably the highest demand silhouette when it comes to Jordans, period. All right, so all that to say, guys, you already know how we end our videos. We are going to give this a review out of 10, a rating, a Vitals rating out of 10. And when it comes to these, I am going to give these an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10, and I think that's a very fair score. I definitely like them. I'm definitely gonna cop when they release. But I guess I'm just more of a nostalgia person. You guys might know that if you've watched a lot of my videos. When it comes to the story or the art or the reason behind the collaboration, that's what truly gets me invested into a sneaker. And even though this is a super clean, super sexy looking sneaker, it just doesn't have that, right? So for me, it's missing a big chunk of why I like sneakers to even begin with, all right? Will these go crazy when I wear them with a fit such as this new Hellstar tee? Yeah, it will. And that's why I'm gonna buy them. That's why they're still an 8. But I just wish there was a little bit more behind it. That's all. But Mr. Irish Productions, all right? We would never neglect his opinion. What is your rating on the red cement 4s?
I gotta get this a 7.1.
7.1, okay. 71%, why? Yeah, 7.1 out of 10, it's 71%. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? All right, why though?
I guess game time. I mean, if I wear red like that.
Oh, you don't really like red?
No.
Okay, fair.
No, I like color. Don't get that wrong.
Right. Don't get that wrong, YouTube. He likes color, all right? Don't cancel the man. It's 2020. You don't like color, cancel. Like, I get it, right? But, okay, he's not a very red person, and I totally understand that as well. I think the highest rating that Mr. Irish Productions gave was on the Palomino 3s. So it makes sense, right, that it's more neutral. If you like neutral colors, this is probably gonna turn you off a little bit, right? But, guys, at the end of the day, your opinion and your rating is what matters the most. I hope that everybody in the comments start to interact with each other on top of us interacting with you as well. All right, guys? So drop your rating in the comments. Let us know what you felt about this video. But as always, we'll catch you on the next video, and we appreciate you, as always, VK family.